Hello and hello. Thank you so much for joining me today. How you guys doing? I keep seeing this headline, different headlines about Germany wanting their gold back. You guys want your gold back from America. I need to react to it because I don't know the full story here. I guess you guys basically don't trust having your gold, storing your gold in America anymore. Can't really blame you on that. But yeah, I want to know the full story. So that's what I'm doing here. Check out the Indian Express. Link down below.
Germany's vast gold fortune, which is one of the largest in the world, is back at the center of an intensifying political.
It's like it's number 2 in the world by country. U.S. being number 1. Germany, 3,350 tons.
An economic debate as calls grow louder for Berlin to pull billions of euros worth of bullion out of US vaults. The renewed push is being driven by strained transatlantic relations and concerns over the unpredictability of US President Donald Trump. Germany holds the world's second largest national gold reserves.
I'm just imagining if Trump just stole your guys' gold.
After the United States.
You might just open the vault and be like, where is it? You know, it might look like that what happened in Germany recently, where someone drilled a hole in the back of the vault. It might just be gone, you know.
Of this stockpile, an estimated 164 billion euros worth around 1,236 tons is currently stored in New York.
Nice.
For decades, the arrangement was seen as a symbol of trust between allies and a safeguard rooted in Cold War-era strategy. Now, critics say that assumption no longer holds.
Wow, that's kind of sad, you know, that kind of... I mean, it's more than just a symbolic thing. It's, you know, it's a very real sign of trust, you know, storing billions of dollars worth of gold in our country. And facts of the matter are, you just might not feel that way anymore. That hurts. That hurts. I'm not going to lie, but I don't blame you guys. Unfortunately, that makes perfect sense.
Economists warn that keeping such a large share of Germany's reserves in the US had become too risky under the current geopolitical climate. A number of economic and financial experts now argue that repatriating the gold would align with Germany's broader push for strategic autonomy, especially at a time when Trump's rhetoric towards traditional Western allies has grown sharper and more confrontational. For more concerns of relocating Germany's gold reserves and unease about over-reliance on the US amid an increasingly uncertain global order, we are joined now by DW correspondent Chiponda Chimbello from Berlin.
Well, Germany has the world's second largest gold reserves after the United States, and the calls to bring the gold to...
I don't know what kind of accent I expected this guy to have, but somehow that was funny to me. He's the German correspondent on this India news network, and he sounds American or something?
Largest gold reserves after the United States, and the calls to bring the gold to Germany aren't just linked to President Trump's unpredictability and the ongoing transatlantic rift. They are calls for Germany's gold reserves in New York to be repatriated because there are fears around the independence of the U.S. Federal Reserve, the central bank system.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yes, Trump certainly did undermine any hint of independence that may or may not have existed. I mean, actually, in recent history, it has at least seemed relatively independent, you know? I think Jerome Powell's done a reasonably good job. And he's very good at keeping it independent. He doesn't even typically say presidents' names, you know? He's all business. But yeah, that all got flipped on its head once Donald Trump opened an investigation into Jerome Powell a couple of weeks ago.
victim in the United States. Now, President Trump has repeatedly attacked U.S. Fed Chair Jerome Powell, and more than a third of Germany's gold reserves, so close to 37%, are stored in the vaults of the Federal Reserve Bank of New York. So the fears of the independence of the U.S. Federal Reserve are very much also linked to how Germans feel about storing their...
It just shows more like Trump is always, he's very stupid and he only thinks one level ahead. You know, he's never thinks of the second order effects of the things he says and does, which when you're the president of the United States, the things you say and do have many more than just second order. They have third order, fourth order. He's too stupid. He can only think, he barely even comprehends the first order effects. He's just wrong about them half the time. Just wrong, you know, about tariffs and stuff. But let alone understanding the further effects it has. So like when he opens an investigation into the Federal Reserve chair, he's not thinking about how that destroys the credibility internationally of our our central bank. And it might get Germany to reconsider holding their gold there and, you know, all these other implications, let alone, you know, having the USD keep its reserve currency status.
Gold in New York.
Little history lesson.
There are historical reasons which have a lot to do with the global economic order after the Second World War. Now, the Federal Republic of Germany had zero gold reserves after the Allies confiscated Nazi Germany's gold. So post-war Germany had its gold reserves stored in France, the UK, and the United States, partly because of fears of a Soviet invasion and also because it was easier to have the gold in the foreign currency markets where it is traded. So Germany's gold reserves were stored in Paris, London, and New York. Now, since the end of the Cold War, there have been calls to bring that gold to Germany. And between 2013 and 2017, Germany's central bank, the Bundesbank, transferred several hundred tons of gold from New York and Paris to Frankfurt. And that is
They already did do some of it.
why just over half of Germany's gold reserves now are in the country.
Got it. I'm a slow reader, so I appreciate them keeping these slides up here for like 25 seconds.
A government spokesperson said that repatriation of gold from the U.S. isn't under consideration right now. But the discussion about bringing Germany's gold reserves to the country is probably the loudest it's ever been. The record gold prices we've seen in recent days mean that Germany's gold reserves in the U.S. are now worth a whopping 162 billion euros.
That's insane.
And while
That is insane. You guys are pretty highly exposed to gold. Oh, damn. So are we. I know the gold price did crash, though, a bit. Let me check. Let's see what it's at, guys. Come on. Let's do a little research here, guys. Let's see what we're at today. Teetering on 5,000. 5,000! Oh, my gosh. This is so crazy. I don't look at gold price that often. Obviously, I know it's been on a tear, but like the last time I looked at it, it was at like at 1,400 or something. That is so ridiculous. Oh my gosh. The hell? Wow. Wow. It's like a direct response to Trump being elected. Obviously, there's more to it than that. But it's like, all right, pull out all investments, put it all into this rock. The shiny rock, guys. The earth is about to go to shit. We have to put all our money back into gold. A rock. Congrats if you're a gold investor.
concerns over the risk of...
Oh, but I forgot that the reason I looked it up is because I thought it had corrected a little bit. Oh, looks like it's right back up. Looks like it's right back up, guys. I mean, it did go... I was all the way up at 5,400. Down to 46 in a few days. Oh, it's back at 5.
Storing that amount of gold in the U.S. could be
Damn.
justified.
And what day is this even? It's from 4 days ago. Okay.
The fact is that the timing for moving it may not be great. Some economists here believe that it would only contribute to souring the relationship between Berlin and Washington, which of course we know is not great.
Yeah, but I mean, it's kind of like, I don't know. It's kind of like in a relationship between people, you know what I mean? At what point is it no longer your responsibility in a partnership to be the only one that's doing anything respectful? You know what I mean? Like when the other partner in the partnership is being a total dickhead and doing everything to disrespect you, then take your freaking gold. Take your gold. Who cares? You know, that might be, doing that type of thing might be the only way this actually gets resolved. You know, he might not. Trump is the type of bully to where he doesn't respect you until you stick up for yourself.
So it is, of course, highly unlikely
That's how a bully, I mean, that really is how bullies operate typically, in my experience.
that we will be seeing a repatriation of Germany's gold reserves from the U.S., at least for now.
All right. Okay. Well, interesting. I learned some interesting things there. That's really fascinating. I did not know that much Germany gold was stored in the Federal Reserve of New York. That is fascinating. And I'm up to date on the drama now. We'll see where it goes from there. All right. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow.